And our countdown 3, 2, 1, and pills.
Here we go. Luke out of the gate first, about 4 seconds in front of Influx. Oh, with a really nice setup to get that blue and set himself up for some red action as well. Really nice, strong start here by Luke.
Yeah, really great opening combos. Good combo also for Influx. Down the right hand side of that column 8 is going to be a great place for a blue yellow whenever it shows up. Luckily, some good diverse pills are coming up for him, but column 1 is not a lot of fun as far as I can tell, John.
Yeah, you know, Luke's column one. I mean, he's starting to bring it down. Influx's column one really isn't great either with that blue sandwich between those reds. But it is Influx right now with a little bit of a lead over Luke. And red yellow will be really great for Influx here right now, and he does manage to get one. Sets himself up perfectly for that red horizontal, and if he gets a red blue, he's actually got a chance for a red blue yeah here at the bottom. Not going to go for that though because he gets the blue that he needs to clear out on the left. Just two more reds and Influx will be out. There it is at a 117. Shoutouts to Master Chief.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's good. Um, and Luke has an awesome horizontal. That's great vision from Luke there. And just has a couple more and a pretty straightforward path. Surprised that he didn't really go for that slight lightning bolt setup, but now I completely realize why I didn't. Now he can drop down this red on top, just needs one more yellow to tuck in, and go. He's out at a 150.
33-second deficit here for Luke, but we have seen him do some amazing things. You know, last night he had that come from behind tie and ultimately a victory against DSS. He could definitely pull this off here and take game one away from Influx. Influx with a really high column one, and
Hmm.
not a lot on that right side, Savage.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think when you've got a super high column one like that, you kind of hope, maybe I hope for a double yellow, but by that same token, there's so much yellow to be cleared away on that board that that's not what you want to go for. So luckily, Pill's cooperating a little bit here for Influx, but yellow in column one's really necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking over at Luke's board, would love to see a double red for him and get that
Hmm.
all red yeah. Um, don't know if he's gonna go for that or not. He could potentially even, and yeah, he's
Oh,
now
he's making it.
signaling that he did create some strategic garbage to make that really nice yeah there for Luke. Blue yellow now will be really great for him. We'll see if that pops up. Probably going to see these reds tuck under into column two. Exactly the play I would have made. Great job, Luke. But looking over at Influx, he's got something wild set up here,
Mm,
Savage.
yeah. All right, everybody. There it
Ah,
goes. Okay. Yep, out at about a 323, but Luke has really been able to catch up with all of this going on right now, is going to be able to drop that down. Yeah, so in a much better position than he was coming out of level 8. But yeah, when you see Influx build up with a lot of different pill halves on his board, chances are something pretty funky is going to happen. And you see Luke shaking his head, wanting one more blue, and gets it out of the 353 game. You owed him a little earlier than that.
yeah, definitely so. But looking at Influx's board, this could give Luke a chance to catch up. Lots of red, lots of blue, lots of stuff over there on that left side. So I gotta imagine Influx is going to put as little priority on that right side as possible, unless he just starts getting a bunch of yellow reds. The blue, the this now the center of his board really has got to be his main focus. If he wants to get down into this end game. Meanwhile, for Luke, the right side of his board has got to be main focus, and he's got to have red yellows over there as well. And so far, Luke just getting yellows and blues because
Hmm.
why wouldn't he get the
Yeah,
pills that
why
he
wouldn't you
needs?
get that? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to just, cut his losses and start using blue which he just did. Luckily, some blue shows up for him. But yeah, as soon as Influx gets a red, he will be out of level 10. And here it comes. There it is. And wow, just manages to swag out with an awesome combo there. And now Luke still needs the red yellow.
I'm just looking for those reds and for those
You
yellows.
got it, buddy.
Wondering if he will. I mean, I gotta think he will. If he gets reds, gonna start
Yeah.
stacking them. Yeah, on top of column 8, because that's honestly the play there. You stack stuff up so you're not having to do it after you clear out. He gets out at about a 538. 15 viruses now behind Influx for Luke. Oh, does exactly what I hoped he would. Goes for that horizontal, and it sets him up perfectly to clear out the rest of that. Really nice play, Luke.
At the beginning, it looked like of this level, it looked like Influx made a misdrop and was navigating around it a little bit, but it didn't take too long. Now, all Influx needs are for the yellows to show up and show up big time because there are quite a lot of them on this board. But, you know, this actually gives us the opportunity to see into Influx thought process a little bit. Like, you know, how you can build up above horizontals of a color you're dependent on and then wait for everything to fall. We love to see Influx do that. So we can see if maybe that row 4 yellow is going to hide an amazing combo. But 10 viruses ahead of Luke, who's able to carve out a good combo there. And so, you know, pretty straightforward board here for Luke. The question is, you know, who's it going to show up for? Oh no, and
And we
Influx is okay.
There we go.
Ugh, like that would not be cool. No.
Yeah, Luke now setting up for a red horizontal. That red blue, exactly what he needs, actually. Is going to take a little bit of drop time from the blue garbage in column 4, but really nothing too detrimental for him. As it shows now, it's probably Influx actually with quite a bit of a lead. Looking at the timers, he's got about a 20-second timer difference on Luke. And with just 2 reds remaining, Influx does take game 1, and we are going to go into our next game here shortly.
Hmm. Yeah, it's always really challenging. I've had you know, stream issues before, and it really throws both you and your opponent off. You can't like tell what time someone's at, where they are when you're just look at their board with your peripheral vision. So, you know, but both players played this one really well. GG's to both, and let's do another one. Can your heart take it?
Absolutely. It's got to at this point.
We could just
We
call it
have
now. We could just say good night, folks.
Yeah.
Time,
I don't
time
I
for
don't
Influx to take a nap.
yeah, I don't think chat would appreciate that.
No, no, no. I don't think so.
I don't think Luke would appreciate that either. As we have our 3, 2, 1 pills,
Pills.
Luke would love to feed the birds one more time tonight. Influx wants a nap, so he's ready. He's ready to go.
Oh, oh, Papa Flux. All right. Speaking of Papa Flux, double yellow, great to just take out a nice chunk of stuff on the board. Very straightforward. Luke's path, not as friendly because he doesn't really need that much blue. But the double blue coming up for him. And once yellow shows up, yeah, he got a little confused by what was going to go on there. Maybe too many plans.
You said something just now, Savage, and it makes me wonder: is our number 2 seed, is his family the in flock? You tried so hard not to laugh at
I
that.
tried really hard. I tried really um and yeah, so influx the a little bit spired there, but as soon as the red shows up, gonna have an easy time of it. Gonna have to clear out that yellow. And you know, I'm curious, is he just gonna drop that red straight down? Because look at all the stuff that's happening there.
Holy
Woof.
cow.
Yeah. Okay. And out at a 131.
Yeah. Now, Luke doing some really nice things on his board, though. I love this setup at the bottom of his board. Would
Hmm.
really love it even more if he had tucked some of those double blues in, touching that blue in column one.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Would have been a monster combo. I just don't know if he didn't see it or didn't think he was going to get the pills he needed for that. But as it stands, he is going to get out at a 204. It's a little bit of a deficit here behind Influx as we go into level 9. And Luke already now getting red rush, just waiting for that yellow red. There it is, signifying
Oh
that the rush is over and makes a really nice combo out of it.
yeah, and this drop combo as well, looking really good. And meanwhile, Influx was languishing a little bit at the beginning of that level because there were some things going on with blue yellow. It was a little bit, it just didn't look like it was moving that fast at the beginning. And now, yeah, so Luke's only 8 viruses behind now. It's still, and still a couple levels left to go. Good tuck there from Influx to take down that whole left hand side. I really like moves like that. And notice if he gets a red yellow, then that whole column too is going to disappear. And he's got setups for this red horizontally on the right hand side. Lots of good stuff. Influx has planned.
Luke had an opportunity for a really fancy fat log and he didn't take it, and my heart is sad now. But
Oh,
he's doing well here. Just there's just so much red
uh,
for Luke. It's NES Dr. Mario doing NES Dr. Mario things as Influx gets out at a 320. You hate to see this for anybody. Um, Luke is just such a nice guy. You really hate to see this for somebody like him.
well, I don't know. I mean, he has called his shot against me. He said that he's coming for me this year. So I don't know. I love him with all my heart, but he has said he's coming for me. But yeah, uh, this red. But luckily, the red showing up in kind of the right order. Good. He's able to tuck that blue in. Meanwhile, Influx making good work on this 10. Love to see a double red for Influx. It would be really great.
Yeah, any red really for Influx at this point, just to open up the center of that board a little bit more. But he is setting up for the drop T on the right side. He's not going to quite get the T, but he does get another horizontal out of it. But look at that. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
that
Oof.
was cool. It was a shape that you don't learn that in geometry class. Or maybe you do. I don't know. It's been
I
like,
should have taught it. I should have taught
yeah,
it. Yeah.
been 21 years since I took geometry.
Oh wow, you old.
Yeah. Don't remind
uh,
me.
Great combo there from Inbox to take out almost the rest of the board and out at a 502. So 22 viruses ahead of Luke at this point. Luckily, Luke not struggling with lack of red that he had before. This end board is very, very nice, provided that there's diversity of pills that show up.
Oh my
But
gosh, Influx.
oh yeah,
I peeked over at his board and saw a really big spire, and he immediately brought it down with a monster combo because, of course, he did.
because of course,
But
yeah.
I mean, it was really cool to see, and I was really happy for him that he got it. But come on, man.
Oh man, Luke's got some good stuff. Here we go. Yeah. And if he tackles these blues on the side, he's going to be able to take that bottom blue horizontally, which he's going for, and out at a 603. So that's about a minute back. And wow, Influx with the combo there. Whew, pretty outstanding.
Yeah, I no, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, he's making a lot of really fancy things, and he's got to be careful that he doesn't break the game.
Yes. And of course, if this is your first time watching the stream, there's there's the glitch where if too many sprites go at the same time, like too much stuff happens, the everything will freeze, and it's a really bad thing to have happen during tournament play.
Yeah, because the rule there is if you do trigger that glitch, then you have to start your level completely over.
Oh my gosh, influx. Oh my gosh, that makes me like I don't even know how to handle something like that. It just all fell out at the same time.
Yeah. And look at this. He's not gonna have the sub six. If he puts this exactly like that, he's gonna get this tuck under 7:15. Ridiculous time. I think he actually could have been a little bit faster without some of those huge combos. But as it stands, Influx takes the game and the match, and we'll move on to face Watch Tees tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, we also have You Savage facing
Hmm.
Adelito, and that's going to be a lot of fun as always.
Well, yeah, for him maybe. But wow, yeah, the end margin there for Luke, I think Luke had 8 viruses left when Influx got out, and that was a smaller margin. So Luke managed to catch up quite a bit.